Chase to the rescue.
Howdy.
It's a casual Monday on a Friday. It's weird.
Sure.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
But we're doing it.
I'll take that.
Johnny had an unfortunate event today. They lost a pet, and we feel really bad for Johnny. He's hanging out with his family. So give him and his family all the love, thoughts, and vibes you can. Tough go. We were originally going to play some Splatoon 3. We considered not streaming at all tonight. I've got an assignment coming up this week. We're not going to be active on Twitch for a week, but Chase and I came together for a little arts and crafts tonight. And I'm going to be doing some digital crafts. He's going to be doing some real crafts, some fucking real shit over there.
Some physical shit, yeah.
What do you got? We're playing Moonbreaker on my end. What are you playing on your end?
So I have a number of model kits here. Like I've got
okay.
I've got like a high grade Victory 2 Assault Buster Gundam. I've got a Evangelion Unit 2.
Okay.
That I could build. But those are a little big. Those are gonna certainly take more time than we have for this. So I've had a couple of these small things. This is called Gundam Artifact.
Oh, cool.
These this is like a pack of 5, and this is phase 2. So I guess there are 10 of these out there now. And I ended up grabbing 3 of these, and I wanted to just kind of try them out and see what they're like. I don't know if they're full-on model kits or if it's just I don't know if this has runners in it that I need to like clip pieces out of, but thought I'd give it a shot and see what we can get done.
We might.
So I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
We might fuck around and end up starting something that we can't. I mean, like that we might end up doing a lot of. You building on your end, me building on my end. This could end up being something that we do.
It is. It's a lot of. It's very relaxing. To just like sit down and put my little reading glasses that I only use for building Gunpla.
Nice.
And just just zone out a little bit and build a thing.
Well, I've been working on a unit named Crankbait. I talked about it on our podcast this week. So this is Moonbreaker. This is the interface that you get for it. We're not going to go into the actual match. I might play Unmatched for Chase later on, but in the collect and paint section, you get all these rosters and units that you can go into. And if you click on one, it'll tell you a little bit about the lore of that piece, what stats you have playing with that piece. You can name it. You can see that this is a common piece. And then it talks a little bit about the gameplay that you have with it. But if I back out of that, I've been working on Crankbait. And you're actually seeing my progression on painting this right now. So I've been doing all the work on this so far. I did a solid green base. I knew that I wanted that to be primarily what I would have on the vehicle that she has there. You can see stats when I'd have those, lore. But let me get in here and show you what the painting menu looks like. This thing's awesome. It's super robust.
That looks cool.
So like I can zoom in quite a bit and get into all kinds of nooks and crannies here to paint. So I'm pretty happy with where her face is at so far. Let me pan.
Do you have options when you start doing this, like to just, is there like a paint bucket fill kind of thing? Or are you individually having to paint pieces?
They've done some stuff that I think is really clever. And it's not perfect, but it's damn near perfect. So you can see that her outfit is all yellow right now. But on that, there's some distinct pieces. So if I wanted to get paint and just grab this big red color, and I can change my brush size over here and then the opacity. So I want the full deal. I'm going to try and just paint this strap. If you hold down shift, see, it's not going to work because that's still considered to be all on there. But if I would start to go over, you see how I'm not painting her face? I'm just painting. So if I hold down shift, it's going to get like a similar piece there with it. And then I can just undo that if I need to. So like on her arm, I was working on that. And there's like a bunch of layers on there. I wanted to have a little rust on it. I added some blue on it.
So the game is able to say, hey, we know what the face of this piece is. We know what parts are here. So when you say, I only want to work on this layer, it's not going to fuck up the other layers.
But it did not really know like mouth versus skin here. And so like I've tried to like add with a little stipple, like I tried to make her look a little bit dirtier, like she's been running with the goggles on. Down here on the back, I've been working on adding some like debris and hint stuff on that piece. Worked on the windshield a little bit, got her arm done, and then she has also a robotic leg. She has this really cool arm up here that I'm gonna work on. So I'm having a ton of fun with it, man. Like I got all the smoke done. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And you can see down here that, let me clean this up. So the cool thing too is they give you some really nice colors. There are going to be some metallic paints. I don't think I have those unlocked yet, but let's say I wanted something like this poison color. I'm going to come down here and make a little dot of it, but I wanted to add in another color. You can mix and kind of get your own little color palette down here if you're not quite happy with any of these. So you have a lot of creativity there. There is an auto mask, which I have not messed around with. So that's Shift A. It's automatically doing it. So that's what's going on there. I don't have to hold down Shift. I've got the mask turned on. So it's going to do that same thing. It's where I'm painting that way.
Cool.
Yeah, man. So I've been playing around with this. I'm going to continue to play around with this. I don't know how far I'll get on this tonight, but I thought it'd be cool to build a little bit and hang out.
For sure. Well, I'm going to tilt my my camera down here so you and the audience can see my my Gunpla progress.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be checking that out.
Let's go with this.
So you got a little a grid mat that you're using. I see a couple tools out there that you're gonna have to use to like break the pieces out. I know that from that Zachtronics game.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I got my lanyard cutting mat. I don't know why I never use this side. I only use this side. I like the one with the grid.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll just
Nice,
we'll see what what's in these boxes.
I'm gonna work on this leg.
And let me know if I ever, because I've got my mic on the same desk piece here as what I'm building. So, this does have little runners. Okay, so this is very much like a regular Gunpla, just smaller.
Nice.
Smaller, fewer pieces, and this one also is not pre-painted. These are all like yellowy, like browny, yellowy, tan pieces. Which I actually think is going to look kind of cool as just hey, this is, it'll look like it's like a clay statue or something, I guess.
Oh, nice. How many have you put together? I know that you've been buying a lot of them, but like, what's it been like putting together?
Yeah, most of them are behind me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nine main ones.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 that are a little bit smaller, and then I've got a ton, and I haven't put these back together yet, but I've got a ton in this bag that are from 2 different like gachapon sets, like the coin operated stuff. One of them, I'll pull this back up one second. One of them is called Gundam Ensemble, which are
is
that
a shop you've been to get that way?
No, I mean, you just people in Japan go to the gacha machines, they buy a bunch of them, and then they sell the boxes individually. Got it. But here I can show off. These are all going to be most of them will be somewhat intact, but the move really fucked up a lot of these. I think this one is a Gundam Ensemble. So this is a Goof.
Oh, cool.
Goof.
Is that a shield that it has, or is that a gun on its left?
Yeah, it's got a shield. And then the part that it's missing is it's big. It's called a heat rod. I don't know where that is. It's somewhere in this bag. So there's the Gundam Ensembles that have very few pieces, and then there's also I forgot what this other one's called. This is a Hyakushiki, but this is technically a different style of set from the ensemble, but similar. It's just like, hey, these are really mini units. And
would that be considered like an SD?
No, so actually, let me go grab that because I have some that are SD. So this is more of the SD style.
Got it. Yeah, real like kind of squished.
So yeah, like way bigger head. Those are still relatively proportional, but they are just a lot smaller.
Sure.
They're also slightly deformed. They're just not. I would not call them SD, or I would call those things SD.
Sure.
Anyway, so a lot of those smaller pieces, like anything anybody was holding, or like the command antennas on a lot of them, fell off in the move. So I know they're all those pieces are in that bag. I just need to figure out where they go again.
Man, I really dig how these brushes work. It's just so cool.
That leg was green the last time I saw, so you've already made some progress.
Yeah, man. Using that, I really like using the wash. It gives me some nice depth. Gonna add in a little brown to it though, just for the color. Dude, I got everything for. I've been like kind of preloading all of our content for next week. Everything's ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got a number of things being delivered to the house tomorrow.
Oh.
That should help to liven this studio space up a bit for me.
Right on. Are you excited?
Yeah. I mean, we'll be off for a week, so I guess I'll have plenty of time to get it all figured out. But
sure.
Yeah, getting some light stuff. getting some HDMI stuff that's going to make setup a little better. I actually just got my DirecTV streaming box for this TV, that TV up for there, for this office. So now I can watch TV up here if I wanted to.
Oh, dope. Is it like an actual box? They didn't have an app that would work?
Yeah, apparently LG TVs don't have the DirecTV Stream app, but
Got it.
that's fine. Just got them to send me another box.
Nice, man. So are you feeling like you're making progress on the house? Like, or are you still...
In this room, at least, yeah. I hung up some framed photos today in this room and some other rooms. There's still a ton of stuff to do, but
Sure.
it's starting to come together.
Man, look, it took me and Sarah years to get some rooms done. I mean, like, even this office that I'm in, I mean, we've been here for, over half a decade, and this room, really up until the pandemic, sat pretty empty.
Yeah.
So it can all come together.
The numbers on these runners are much smaller than on normal sets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna make some progress.
Let's take this down. Yeah, not getting there. Let's add a little bit more to those joints. Make those a little dunky. Gonna add in some green. A little blue. Man, I think that it would be wild to be heavily involved in like actually painting this shit in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know people love it.
I'm pretty similar to what I'm doing. It's just you and the thing.
Yep. I think Henry Cavill is a painter of these.
I believe that. He seems sufficiently nerdy.
Yep. I think he's into it. Okay.
What was the story? Like he almost missed the Witcher, the call that he was going to be the Witcher because he was playing World of Warcraft or something like that.
Yeah, I think that he was pretty damn close to missing that. Right. That leg looks good. We got the arm and the leg. I think I want to do this hand with, for some reason I keep seeing like a red and a yellow pad on that. So I'm going to mess around with that here. We're going to get this hand painted. You playing more golf today?
I have not. I haven't played any games today. Well, I'm sorry. That's absolutely not true. I played a lot of Destiny. This is the first week of trials for this new season. And there's a new trials specific shotgun and a new trials specific bow. So
Are they pretty good?
They've got some really nice perks on them. Yeah. Some pretty unique roll stuff, and so I ended up getting a couple of rolls on the shotgun. I have not gotten a bow yet, and I really hate playing trials. But
not a fan?
I guess it's just such a pain in the ass, honestly. But
not worth it.
I mean, I got one gun that's it's a sidearm that's been out for a while, but it's the exact roll I've been looking for. So in that instance, pretty good. It was a pretty good night, but it was a lot of playing Destiny poorly and getting crushed.
Because people are really into trials, right?
Trials is the closest thing to endgame PvP there is. It's rough out there. They do have matchmaking in there now. They didn't used to have matchmaking, which just made it impossible for me to play.
Yeah.
But now at least you can go in and maybe accidentally win a couple matches with some randos, but the landscape is still it's people teaming up before, not just the matchmaking. It's, hey, I'm bringing in my clan members.
Yeah,
and
we're
gonna
not fucking around.
Exactly. So those people will just mess you up.
It's sweaty, as they say.
Yeah. Hey, this diagram is so small. It's really hard to tell where these pieces are supposed to go. Okay. I think I'm actually building this slightly backwards from what they're saying, so I need to put these pieces down and get different pieces. 40 and 41.
I think this is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to do a red and a blue on this palm. I think that's going to look neat. It's going to be really cool when I get this piece done and I actually get to use my piece in the game. I think that's going to be fucking awesome.
Sure, I imagine so. I mean, kind of similar. The Bandai Namco and Sunrise, or the Gundam people generally, have announced some new AR kind of stuff they're working on, where you just go and you scan your gunpla, the stuff that you've built, into a computer, or like you go to like an arcade kind of thing. This is in Japan, of course, but you go to an arcade, you scan the gunpla that you made, and it will upload it to the game. So you're actually playing with your model kit at the arcade.
I've been very tempted multiple times to invest in something that I think you would really dig if I had. Yeah. I've gotten really close to buying a 3D printer a couple times.
I don't know. Actually, hang on just a second.
Okay.
It's in here somewhere. Just looking at it. I'm like Jeff Gersman. I was just holding literally everything. Here you go. This is a companion cube that I made in high school, and 3D printed.
Really?
And then painted. Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Yep. I had a GLaDOS, but it was a little, being GLaDOS, it was a lot more spindly, and it ended up breaking at some point. But yeah, we all got to 3D print some stuff in our 3D modeling class, and I've had that companion cube.
Hell yeah, man. I was thinking that like you could probably start to print out some pretty cool shit for what you're doing there.
Totally. Yeah. Once you have a 3D printer, you can do anything.
You can rule the world.
Goddamn right. Okay.
Right, making this paw can probably go a little bit bigger. Yeah, that'll help. One rule of thumb, I could have painted this first, but I think I get some nice depth on the edges the way I did it the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn a few tricks of the trade.
Yeah, starting to pick up on it. And again, like I don't have like any real world experience doing this shit. This is just
right.
Trial and error.
By the seat of your pants, yeah.
Like, hey, I think this looks cool. Is it the right way to do it? I don't know.
Well, Bobby, I've successfully put 2 pieces together so far.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah. This is... This set is... I like that it's smaller. It's going to end up being small and cool, but it is a pain in the ass.
I saw somebody who was... They were doing some really cool stuff with like heating elements to make damage, like buckshot spreads on shields and stuff on some of their gunpla, and I was like, that's really cool. Like they looked pretty battle hardened by the time they were done. So.
Like some of the custom stuff that people can do and have done is incredible. I am definitely not at that point yet, but
is that like an aspiration?
I don't know.
Are you more of a purist?
I think you could be both. But my thing right now is I'm still in the stage where I just want to get kits of all my favorite suits.
Sure.
And
Totally get that.
there are YouTubers out there that I follow that want to talk to you about the quality of a lot of these different sets.
Got it.
And I'm like, man, I understand that you like there are people who are buying the sets because they want to build the set, and
Right.
I want to buy a set because it's the suit I like.
Right.
And those don't always overlap for some people. So like when we were talking about it on, I think on Casual Monday, they just brought out from the chat reward that we have, the Burning Gundam in the US, or it's called the God Gundam in Japan. They just brought out this new real grade set that is really cool, and that's the first one. It was like, I don't really like that Gundam, and I don't really like that show, but the set of the kit looks so cool that I almost considered getting it.
Just because you like the way it looked versus I don't really care for it.
Yeah. It's not even that I like the way it looks, it's that I like the extra mechanics that it has and the complexity that it's built in. Like, that stuff sounds really cool to me. But then I just had to tell myself, you don't actually give a shit about the God Gundam. It's you don't like that suit. Please stop doing this. Don't buy this.
You would make Jiggy happy.
Sure. I mean, my life's work is to make Jiggy happy.
He seems like a pretty easy person to make happy.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, that was 37. I need to find 36.
I think that this is going to be the right move once I get this part done. I zoomed out a little bit, and this looks kind of Robotnik-esque in a way.
Yeah?
Yeah. Some classic comparative colors here.
It also doesn't help on these runners. Things are not, like, everything is numbered, but it's not in chronological order.
Oh shit, that's not good.
So like 34 might be on this runner, but 35 might be on this other runner. What are you doing? Boy. Why would you build it that way?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, this is 36.
Me, an uninitiated, even knows that much.
Mm-hmm. And not that you need them to be in English, but all the instructions for any of these sets are Japanese only. I mean, there's often some English in there, but for the most part, it's just diagrams, and basically everything works similarly to each other. So you don't really need to worry that much, but there is some. I mean, there's some Japanese on here that I obviously cannot read.
Sure.
And
me either.
So if I did have a problem, it's not like reading that stuff would be able to help me. Okay, got a leg here.
Man, that's so funny. Like, Sarah's gonna be taking her Switch on a trip for the first time because she's got to like get her ooblet fixed. She's like, I don't have a case for this. What am I gonna do? And I'm like, oh, I got a case for you. And I gave her the one that came with mine, which was the limited edition Zelda one. And she's like, what game was this for? I'm like, Zelda. I'm like, you better know which one is it. It's Zelda. It's only my favorite. She had a good laugh about that. It's like, people are going to ask you questions, just ignore them. Put your headphones in.
Oh, did you see the news that Nintendo clarified the title of the fucking game?
I thought that they already did.
Apparently there were still questions of whether it was Tears or Tears of the Kingdom.
It's Tears.
And so they had to come out and go, no, we mean Tears. We mean like the crying stuff. And I was like, okay.
Wow. Man. As Austin Walker said, bro, I truly hate it here on Earth.
I mean, I could kind of understand tears. Like, if you're thinking, like, if there's some sort of, like, tears that are happening in Hyrule that are bringing in... Because there is the... I mean, how canon is the Warriors game? Isn't it canon?
It's canon.
Okay. So, like, that has some time travel aspects to it. I could see... like, oh, there's a tear in the kingdom, and this thing that's out of time is coming in. But yeah, Tears makes more sense.
I still think that game's going to be heavily about Ganondorf.
Yeah.
I really think it's going to be about maybe even some redemption for him.
I did not call you out on it, but I've been thinking about it and just chuckling.
Yeah.
And this is not, hey, Chase makes fun of Bobby for saying a thing wrong. It's just Chase enjoyed it and really liked it. And in fact, considered making it the title of the podcast.
Oh.
When you first said Ganondorf, do you remember what you actually said?
No, because I was about halfway through an edible at that time.
You said Ganondorf, like you were mixing up Ganondorf and Gandalf together, and I just keep thinking about it and just giving myself a little chuckle every time I hear it.
Yeah, dude. I thought I could like have this edible done by the end of the show. My calculations were way off. That's funny. That sounds like something real dumb that I would do.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
All right, I think that's looking pretty kick-ass. Yeah, that's looking neat. Need to touch up a few spots on it still.
It goes this way. Oh, man, these things are small.
I tried looking around to make sure like I was allowed to stream this.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything saying a whole lot about that. Because I mean,
it's probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out next week in early access. This is just a playtest weekend, but I mean, I'm sure it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's really watching us, so joke's on them.
Heaven forbid. We're a very popular show.
Yes, indeed. So you think we're getting Final Fantasy next year?
You mean 16?
No.
No, you mean 7.2?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Man, it's gonna be wild.
Is it?
I think
it's gonna be wild.
I think so. If they do some of the bizarre shit they did from what you all have shared with.
Well, that's fair, I suppose.
And I mean, I wonder if anything that like Strangers of Paradise apparently changing the formula up a little bit on the lore too. It just seems like, I don't know, man. I don't think Square's in the best financial health though either.
No, they're not. They're gonna be fine because they have Final Fantasy 14 that is constantly making them money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like a lot of their latest stuff has not been as promising. Like that Forspoken game looks so weak.
It does. You know what else is weak?
What's that?
The bullshit that Tencent just pulled yesterday with Fanbyte.
Sure, yeah.
Man. They laid off like almost everybody.
And G4 right before that. I mean, not everybody, but they laid off some people too.
And then Game Informer, right? Well, G4 is Game Informer, right?
No, those are separate things.
I thought Game Informer had some layoffs too.
They might have. Oh boy.
Struggling?
Yeah. Just the instructions are so small and just in black and white, and it's really hard to catch the details.
Sure.
So it's hard to know the orientation of some of these pieces.
I get that. let's go to a wash. Take this down. Get in here. There we go. Sarah and I watched the movie Big tonight. I still love that movie so much.
I have never seen Big. That's the Tom Hanks one, right?
Yeah, man. I watched the show as a kid. Fucking love that movie. All right. That is looking cool. Need to go in and add some highlights to this thing. Let's work on that now. Pretty happy with this. Big old fucking hand. I think it's rules.
Okay, that's where that goes. Sure.
Making progress in the best way or still struggling?
Ooh, maybe not. I don't know. This one's yeah, I'm really struggling to figure out where some of these pieces are supposed to attach.
Okay, we're gonna take that brush size down. We're gonna go around these edges. There's a brighter blue I liked for this one. Hell yeah. I could have maybe inform some of the other colors I use on this thing, the way that turned out. That's pretty neat. Yeah, and get on board with that. How long does the average build take you?
It really depends on the type of set. So there are different grades to Gundam sets. Like that God Gundam is called a real grade.
Okay.
And those sets are typically smaller. They are 1/144th scale, right? High grades. So here, sure. So like this assault, V2 assault victory, whatever the fuck. This is a high grade. So this is 1/144th scale, which means 144 of these put together would make up the quote unquote real size of the Gundam. Then this Unit 2 that I got from Evangelion. This is a real grade. I think these are still 1/144th scale. Let's see if they said it somewhere. I believe they're the same size as the high grades, but they are just much more detailed and have a lot smaller parts that go into them. Yeah, I'm not seeing the scale on this one exactly, but I think it is 1/144th. And then I didn't show off this fucking monster. But then you have these sets. This is a master grade set. Master grades are 1/100th scale, so they're going to be a lot bigger than normal. Also, this is a much bigger suit.
Looks huge.
Yeah, but the suit is much bigger in general, so it's not that all master grades are going to come in giant boxes like this. This is just an incredibly big suit that is also a master grade.
Got it.
So and that is like, hey, we have the detail of the real grade, but we have the size that you're only really getting from master grade. There's also a perfect grade, which are basically just master grades with a lot of extra features and bells and whistles. There's an entry grade that they've started building now that are really easy. Like, as the name implies, they're really easy to get into and start with. They are a good entry into building Gunpla. I've only built one of those, but it was super nice and breezy. That one took me like an hour and a half for the entry grade. Okay. I'd say the average high grade might take you, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours. And then I've built a couple of real grades, and those took like a few sessions. Right? I was gonna sit down and it's like, okay, maybe I'll just make a leg tonight, and then it's like, all right, that's enough for this, and come back to it. I've never built a master grade before, so I'm really looking forward to building that other one.
Nice, man. Should be fun.
I think so, and also it'd be much bigger and have a much more detailed manual than this. Because this one is just kicking my ass, and I do not know where these fucking pieces are supposed to go. And the manual here is not up to snuff, in my opinion.
I hate it when it's not up to snuff.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see where these pieces even fit in.
Oh, no, don't want that. There we go. Come over that one with some wash.
And this is probably about the time I would just pull up a YouTube video and see if somebody has built one of these before.
Let's see if you can get some. I wonder if there's like any other. Can you find like a website that has better instructions besides YouTube?
Not really. Yeah, honestly, YouTube is your best bet on a lot of these things.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Didn't like that.
What's the matter?
I was undoing a lot of things at once, and the game's like, hold your horses, Bobby. We'll see if it crashes here. I hope it doesn't. Doesn't seem to... Oh, hang on. I think we're back. And we're back. Okay, cool. Nice. I think I'm going to keep... I want to incorporate some of those color schemes from that big grappling hand. Again, pretty happy with the progress on most of this that I've got. Like, I still need to work on the actual vehicle a lot more. I just did that big green base on everything. But happy with how the legs looking and the arm. Really liking the hand up here. Yeah. I think we could work on the pants a little bit. And you're making good progress or not really at all?
Nope. Terrible progress.
Damn it. Let's see here. Do I want to do like a darker bottom? What would that look like? Let me get the right thing here. That could be kind of cool. I might actually use that for some of these armor pieces up here. That's what I'll do that on. Okay. We'll do that with some darker browns into it. That'll be the plan. So let me go in here to paint. Bring this down a little bit. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's what I want to do. I don't know.
All right, I am now on a YouTube video.
Okay. Help us on the way, as they say.
Yeah, I guess so. Actually, looking at the box kind of helps too. In the back where they've got them all built, that's slightly bigger, and I know it's only one color, but at least it's in that one color.
Sure.
That might actually be better. So it actually points down in more. Hang on. Okay, that's how that's supposed to go. God, that. Yeesh.
A little rough.
Yeah. So I built a Dom before. This thing that I'm building, I don't know if I've said what it is exactly, other than the Gundam artifact. This is this model specifically is called a Dom Tropin.
Okay.
And I've built a different style of Dom before. Dom is just one of the kinds of suits. Like I can go grab my Dom.
The dawn of man.
Yeah. So this is this should work pretty similar, or should look pretty similar, because it's not like they changed up the DOMs all that much. Just kind of a different variant of it. So this is a Dom. He's got
cool.
He's got these big feet.
Yeah.
And come with a bazooka. They're cool. They're cool sets. They're cool suits. In the anime, they like hover.
Because of their feet?
Yeah, like the big feet actually just have like these hover jets on them. So they don't really run. They just skate over the landscape, and it's really fucking sick.
That's awesome. That sounds really cool.
Yeah. Okay. So now I know where this is supposed to go. I just don't know if it fits. The pins are not fitting into the holes all that well.
I don't know if I like that color either. Yeah, I think I need to keep her pants a bit bolder. I did pick up Railgrade today. It's not out yet, of course, but I did get that ordered.
Yeah?
Yep. Looking forward to that one.
Definitely seems like your shit.
Vinny started talking about it the other day, and they were giving him a similar hard time. They're like, you're gonna zoom out one day and there's gonna be like a spaghetti bowl of railroad tracks that you've left behind yourself. And I was like, Vinny, I get you.
Yep. Kindred spirits over there. Okay, this is absolutely where this thing is supposed to go. It is not fitting in now.
It doesn't want to play ball, huh?
Doesn't seem to, no. It should go the other way. No, it has to go this way. The peg just doesn't want to lay in.
And the other thing about these things is like this is so small that I could believe also like this is not the most expensive thing out there. So
Sure.
I wonder like, oh, is just maybe like a slight defect in a piece of plastic, and this peg has like a little is just a little bigger than it's supposed to be. Is that just like a manufacturing thing?
Sure.
And more often than not, it's not. That like they've machined the pieces perfectly. And if this was any other set other than like one of these tiny gachapon ones, then I'd probably think I was doing something wrong. But this definitely feels like the way it's supposed to go. And from the pictures I'm seeing, this is the way it's supposed to go.
Well, damn it.
Just kind of waiting for it to snap into place or to feel the. I'm just not getting it.
Are you gonna get grounded, by the way?
I'm not. That I like Obsidian, but that game is just not what I'm looking for out of a video game.
Yeah. That's fair.
I am very interested to hear your thoughts on it. I know you guys have been playing a lot of it in early access, but seeing what the full release is and getting all that.
Yeah, because like they teased like where the obsidian shit was gonna be, but it was not in the game at the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like I am in for a real treat there, because I think that they do good work.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel bad that I never finished Outer Worlds.
Was that them?
Yep.
Yeah, I liked it. It definitely, I think it stayed longer than it needed to.
Yeah, but it's also significantly shorter than like a Fallout game.
100%.
Avi, I think it fit. I think it's.
You did it?
I think it's in.
Okay.
I think it's in. Oh, I think it's in. Oh my god, that's good.
Hell yeah. Congrats.
Yeah. Yeah, just, to build the rest of it. No big deal.
No big deal. Easy peasy at this point.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. It's simple.
Okay. So we're about at the hour mark. I didn't know if you'd actually want to see this game in action, or if you just want to wrap it up and not see it at all.
Whatever you're thinking, man. Like I've got a leg built, so I've made progress. I definitely want to build the other leg while it's still fresh in my mind, because it should work the exact same way, just opposite. So I'm gonna keep working. If you want to keep going,
yeah, that's fine.
whatever you want.
We do not have to play at all. I'm content doing this. I'll probably stream for just a little bit longer and then wrap it up here.
Okay.
I dig the hand. Got the part done. I need to change these pants up. I don't like what I got going on here with that. I don't want to do gray because I got the metal legs.
Maybe it's just the yellow and green, but I'm getting a real April
Oh, yeah.
O'Neil vibe out of this.
Oh yeah, man. That's very much a thing. Let's do that. I think that's going to be the pant color. Done and done. Nice. Are you gonna work on any more of these tomorrow?
I'll probably keep working on this one. I doubt I'm going to finish it, but tonight. But I will at least get these legs done, and then the rest of it hopefully will be easier than the legs were. I think it will.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably end up finishing this tomorrow, and then I wanna play some video games this weekend. Like that'd be a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Like not Destiny. But yeah, I might we just well, I guess that's the episode that's not out yet, but we did just talk about backlog games.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of inspired to go and actually play some of those now that we've talked about them.
For sure. Anything that you think you'll tackle first?
I kind of want to play some Live Alive.
I think that
Like
you would dig it.
seeing the Octopath 2 trailer just made me go, I would like to play something that's the HD 2D. And I was like, oh, I have something that's HD 2D that I've been meaning to play and haven't. So that just seems too perfect.
I'd say go for it.
Yeah. There's also a lot of shows that I'm trying to catch up on. And then I also have some stuff I'd like to read. I haven't done any reading since I've moved, and I really miss it. So maybe I'll get some reading done tomorrow too.
There you go. Just going all out.
Yeah. Well, I still have plenty of boxes to unpack as well, so it might be, an afternoon, a morning or afternoon of unpacking a few boxes and then taking the evening for myself. Also, there's a park that's right next to my house, and I've started to take some walks in the evenings, the early evenings.
Yeah.
Just out there and exploring the space a little bit, and I kind of just want to go on a big walk too. That sounds really nice. So maybe that's another thing I'll do. Yeah, we'll see. Lots of stuff I want to do. Who knows if I'll actually do any of it? I'm sure I'll wake up tomorrow morning and go, oh, what if I just stayed in bed and watched YouTube?
Always a productive time.
That'd be an okay way to spend a weekend as well, but hopefully I can get a little progress done. in addition to that. Okay, that is one runner completed. No more
Yeah.
parts on that.
Oh, no. There we go.
There's actually a YouTuber that I've watched some of his videos before, and I don't know why I wasn't subscribed to him because I like his stuff.
Yeah.
But I've been catching it a lot more recently, and that is a YouTuber named Jose.
Okay.
And he's got he does retrospectives on a lot of classic television shows, sitcoms especially.
Nice.
I watched his retrospective on Scrubs. I watched his retrospective on Frasier, and now I'm kind of going backwards, but I'm watching his retrospective on Cheers. Cheers now, so that one came before Frasier, but I ended up watching the Frasier one first.
I've never watched Frasier.
I think Frasier is an excellent television show.
I know Sarah likes it a whole lot.
Yeah. But I'm one of those people who has watched a lot of Frasier. I've watched all of Frasier.
Okay.
But I have watched almost none of Cheers. Cheers just wasn't on TV when I was growing up.
Right.
Like it was too new to be on something like TV Land, where
Yeah.
I was watching, reruns
Green
of I Love
Acres.
Lucy and things like that. Green Acres, sure, Beverly Hillbillies. But it was too old to be syndicated,
Yeah.
like Frasier was. So I ended up watching a lot of Frasier and no Cheers, and it's very weird when it's the same. It's the Frasier from Cheers is the Frasier of Frasier.
Is that like the first big crossover that you can think of?
No, oh, absolutely not. Like Happy Days before that is like the one that spawned all the spin-off shows.
Yeah.
Like Happy Days had Laverne and Shirley and Joni Loves Chachi and
Yeah.
I think there was like a Lenny and Squiggy. Or no, Lenny and Squiggy were in Laverne and Shirley. But like that was the first one that had I'm sure there were other shows that had spin-offs, but that was the one that felt like this is the show that spawned all of these other shows.
Have you been doing some R&D for stuff and things?
For some stuff and things, yeah. I mean, I love TV.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff I've
You
been meaning to watch.
only get one: video games or TV.
Man, that's such a tough choice. I honestly would probably go with TV. Like there is something. I am not always in the mood to play a video game. I'm always in the mood to watch something. Like just the passivity of being able to just kind of sit there and watch a thing, and do other things. Like video games are such an active medium that I have to be paying attention when I play. Like that's the whole point. So, as much as I love video games, and there are definitely times where a video game is the only thing that will work in that instance.
Yeah.
But more often than not, television is the one that I gravitate towards. It goes down a little smoother.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, I've got 2 legs done.
How's that feel?
Feels pretty good. I think I'm moving on to what appears to be arms and part of a torso. Or no, maybe this is just arms. I think these are just arms.
You ain't got no arms, Lieutenant Dan.
These are both items. 19 and 20. I see. What is the last movie you watched?
The last movie I watched, Jurassic Park.
That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best. What brought you to watching Jurassic Park, a movie that came out?
Sarah
30
watched
years
the new one, and I think that
Oh.
she had to do something about watching that new one.
That's fair. I still have not watched the new one. I
Don't.
know it is bad, but
Dude,
I can't not. I have to watch it.
It's so bad, Chase. It's so
Yeah.
bad. Like, it doesn't even feel like a Jurassic Park movie.
It's not making me want to watch it.
It honestly has like Lifetime movie energy.
Oof, buddy.
Like, dude, you understand that these, like, do you think a fucking dinosaur, like an actual dinosaur, is going to pay any mind to a human holding their hand up, making a human designed, like, this is like understanding of like, hey, don't move forward. A dinosaur is going to be like, oh, I can't attack you. You have your hand up at me. Do you think that that's like going to work?
When you're saying, is this like the raptor thing that
Dude, it's
that our good friend
that
Chris was doing before?
Yes, it's that same move, which I understand. He trained those raptors from birth, but you know, when there's a dinosaur that's never seen you before, and that's your first go-to move, is like, hey, don't come at me. Come on, get real, get fucked, actually. But dude, it was insane, Chase. Absolute insanity.
That's a real bummer.
It's a terrible bummer. Because I think that World had its enjoyable moments. It felt like it was cribbing too hard on like, hey, here's the Jeep from Jurassic Park. Here's the merch store from Jurassic Park. But at the same time, like, I kind of was a sucker for that in the moment. But I still didn't think it was very good.
Yeah.
This one's just awful. The second one, like the first one, was the best out of these three.
Man, I barely remember any of them. I remember the first one. It didn't the first one come out around Father's Day?
I think so.
I think I went with my then girlfriend and her father for Father's Day, and it was very awkward.
I thought that movie, I don't think it was that old long ago, was it?
The Jurassic World?
Yeah. When did
Let
that
me
come
look
out?
it up. It should be like 9 years ago, right?
Really?
I think, buddy.
No, Sarah and I, we saw it together.
Jurassic World came out in 2015, so that's,
That's the year that Sarah and I got
June,
married.
So that's 7 years and
Yeah.
change. Man. What a time.
What a time to be alive. What a time. Okay. Put that in there. I think I will get this kneecap done, or knee pad, I should say, and then I will wrap it up tonight.
Okay. I guess I should tilt the camera back down. In case anyone wants to see this cool action of me building an arm with a bazooka on it.
How's the arm coming?
I got one arm done, and now I'm
Okay.
working on the more complicated arm that has the bazooka built into it, like
Ooh.
just into the kit. It would be movable for the actual mobile suit. Okay.
Are you at all surprised that there has not been a Lego collaboration?
No, Lego hasn't done a whole lot of stuff with Japanese properties to my remembrance. I mean, they do the Star Wars, they do the Indiana Jones. There's Marvel stuff, but yeah, they kind of have stayed away from companies in other territories.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think a Lego Gundam would work as well as the model kits we already have.
Sure.
And I feel like both companies would probably go. It makes more sense for us to do our own thing and not have to share the money.
Yeah. Totally. Lego's doing pretty all right when it comes to money.
Yeah, man,
They've blown
just
up.
print that stuff.
Yep.
These pieces go together.
I did watch the trailer for the new Netflix movie about Jeffrey Dahmer where Bill Skarsgård plays him.
I did see a little something about that.
And
What
that
do you
looks I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer really
I know
fucked
you're a
with-
fan.
Yeah, huge. There was something about Jeffrey Dahmer that scared the shit out of me as a kid. Just knowing that he like ate people and like that was a known thing that was like very publicly talked about. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't seem real. It felt made up, and I think that scared me quite a bit.
I can understand.
That scared me.
Oh, definitely putting these pieces on in the wrong order, and it's making it a pain in the ass that
No.
it shouldn't have been. It'll still work. I just need to be a little more careful.
Hey, don't we all?
Yeah. I'm just gonna snap off my bazooka.
Hey, that nobody wants to do that.
Happens to the best of us.
All right, we got a smiley face knee pad done.
Good.
right. I think that is going to do it for tonight.
Okay. You want to pull back out and let me see your model?
Yeah. So.
Oh, you changed to blue.
I think I'm going to do blue and red to match this glove I worked on because I really liked how this glove turned out. Or this hand. So I don't know if you saw that piece done or not, but
I don't think I did.
that's how I did.
But I did see the smiley face thing you were building on like a knee pad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's down here.
It's a nice touch. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna probably bring these colors off of the grapple into her outfit.
Very cool.
So, getting some progress on her. Want to get her knocked out, and then I'll go over and do some things to the old vehicle here. All right, let me get us over here to credits. Well, credits are all messed up. Fun. Those are really messed up. Hang on, I'll fix those.
Yeah.
I forgot yesterday. I was like going through and trying to redo all of our stuff. For like how I have our videos broken out.
Yeah.
And I was trying to clean everything up, and I forgot to do the credit segment here with our new windows. Because what happens is I had like one scene that I would tweak for you and for me, and if we were playing a game together or if we weren't, like I had to go and redo all the windows before the streams. I was like, I just need to set this up to where I can click a different button and get the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on there. Okay, so let's talk about the week ahead. We've got. Well,
Got nothing.
We've got nothing. Well, we've got some stuff. We're just not live next week.
Right.
So we've got 2 quick looks that are going to go up on Tuesday and Thursday. We've got. Wow, this is weird. We've got 2 Switch games that are both the 3rd entry of a series. So we've got Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Splatoon 3 going up on quick looks this week. We will not be live on Monday or Wednesday, but we will have the podcast post Friday morning. So if you have the means to do so, go to a spot where you get podcasts and listen to it. It's a deep dive where we talk about our gaming backlogs, and we talk about games we're looking forward to the rest of the year, and we're talking about games that we should maybe not be playing. So lots of fun stuff there with it. Check that out. It'll be up wherever you listen to podcasts, 10 a.m. on Friday the 23rd. But this week, go back, watch some videos on demand. Go back and watch some of Chase's stuff, which you can find right there in our chat. Well, no, that's not working. Interesting. I'll have to go back and figure that out. But that is Chase's stuff there, and this is our stuff. If you want to follow along with any of the YouTubes or podcast links, they're all right there. Chase, besides building Gundam and setting up your house, what do you do?
That's pretty much it. Okay.
Yeah.
Still have some other shows that I do on some other things, but at the moment they are all on hiatus while I get this house in order.
Fair. Well, thank you for coming to the rescue. Also, again, shout out to Johnny and his family as they are navigating a tough time at home. We are thanking and wishing them the best. Chase, we will chat soon. Thanks for hanging out.
Sounds good. See you.